Now, we're coming up on the Super Bowl, and everyone is really excited. Are you not excited? Football can be really fun. But, the NFL does have a lot of issues. And one that doesn't get discussed enough is the cheerleaders. Am I right? Now, I believe that NFL cheerleaders don't get enough credit. See, with the stunts they do, they can't have any drops. And not just for safety reasons, but for fans of teams like, I don't know, the Miami Dolphins. The cheerleaders are the only squad on the field they can rely on to make a catch. But beyond that, there's a huge pay difference between players and cheerleaders. The average NFL player makes $2.1 million a year. And the average NFL cheerleader only makes $75,000 to $150,000 a year. Oh, no, sorry, no, wait, I read that wrong. NFL cheerleaders only make $75 to $150 a game. Y'all, that's like the price of one stadium beer. Let's be real. Plus, cheerleaders have to cover the cost of their own practices, travel, and makeup. Yeah. One cheerleader estimated that after all of her expenses, she only made $300 profit in a year. Yeah. The pay is so bad that each member is required to have a separate full-time job. Yo, that sounds a lot like hosting a 1:30 a.m. talk show. What? I know, this is not about me, but I'm just saying though. This pay disparity is even more insulting when you realize that cheerleaders are literally cheering for millionaires to have a good day. And to make things worse, if you want to be an NFL cheerleader, you have to pay an application fee to even try out. Why would you pay money for the opportunity to go into debt? Yo, that's what college is for. But outside of not getting paid enough, NFL cheerleaders are also expected to follow strict rules. They have to make unpaid appearances at anything from team events to corporate fundraisers to car dealership openings. What? Meanwhile, most NFL players are only expected to show up at practice, games, and court dates for beating their wives. And the rules for cheerleaders are filled with double standards. Did you know this is real? Cheerleaders aren't even allowed to talk to NFL players. Even if a player approaches a cheerleader first, she's the one who's disciplined. So if they're at a party and an NFL player shows up, they have to leave, which I guess is actually good advice for any woman. Let's be real. Let me see. Hey, y'all, this is awful. I can't even believe I have to say this. This is a real rule in the Buffalo Bills cheerleading handbook. It stated that cheerleaders have to change their tampons every 4 hours. Which is much more strict than the rules for the Detroit Red Wings. You get it. You get it. And the rules about appearance are especially harsh. One team supposedly required their cheerleaders to do jiggle tests, in which their weight was scrutinized while they did jumping jacks, while other teams demand cheerleaders stay within 3 pounds of their audition weight. That's ridiculous. If I take a deep enough breath right now, I'll gain 3 pounds. Let's be real. Plus, some of these requirements are straight up racist, with rules against curly hair and certain hair colors. Guys, these are real women, not characters you designed in Sims. Do better. On TV broadcasts, there's this thing called the honey shot, where they cut away from the game and they show cheerleaders dancing. Andy Sedaris, the guy who actually coined the term, said, and I quote, I'm not making this up, direct quote, "I got the idea for honey shots because I am an old, dirty man." And we can tell. And the term honey shot is disgusting. I mean, I assume it's called that because it makes guys at home sticky. Huh? You're nasties. Nasty. And yet, despite being told to be sexy, They can't even own their own sexuality. In fact, one cheerleader was even fired for posting a lingerie picture on Instagram. But this is a picture of the lingerie. And this is her uniform. The lingerie is more covered up. What is the problem? The lace? I mean, if so, do not let the NFL near your grandma's curtains or they're fired. Now, to help me finish this monologue, I want to do something special. So please help me welcome the A Little Late cheerleaders. You ready, ladies? Give me an F. F. Give me a U. U. Give me a F U to the double standards these cheerleaders face.